Hey guys, this is Kate, and today we're going to talk about our Kettler Adventures, which is basically when we go to CAPS practices and do dumb shit.
You think we're kidding? We're not.
We're not. So, how did this all start? It was about a year ago.
Basically about, yeah.
Yeah, a year ago in December, we went to our first CAPS practice.
It was a shit show.
I actually videotaped the whole thing and we just went back and watched it and I thought I was gonna die.
I had secondhand embarrassment from when I was embarrassed back then. So.
It was really embarrassing. That's what we're here for entertainment purposes.
It's so sad because it's so true.
So basically the way CAPS practices are set up is that they have a facility.
It's like 15 minutes away from.
It's not far from me.
It's in Arlington.
Yeah, it's really close to the city. So you go to the facility and it's free to watch them practice. Mm-hmm. So you
Parking's expensive.
Not as much. It's like $1 a minute.
A minute?
Yeah. A minute.
I'm like, that's kind of expensive.
Oh my god. Once you get there, it's like 8 stories. It's on the top story. So.
You have to go up the spiral. That's the best part.
The spiral's the best part. One time Weidman came up behind me in the spiral and I literally screamed. Because
she texted me, she's like, what do I do? What do I do?
He almost hit my car too. What a douchebag.
I know. Impatient asshole.
You go to practice and you can watch the practice and get autographs afterwards if you know what you're doing. You like have to, it's like you learn the ropes kind of thing.
Yeah, the first time you go, you shouldn't really expect to get many autographs unless you're us.
Yeah. So we went the first time and there were so many people everywhere. It was like full to the the brim. Yes, the brim. Full to the brim.
Full house. And it was, the thing about Kettler is they have stands, you can stand on the glass, and then they even have, you can watch from upstairs. You can sit up there, and it's pretty cool. That's where, like, all the family stays. We saw Backy's brother up there. So it was literally, like, 5 people back against the glass and stuff. So, like, everyone was screaming and cheering, and we had no idea what was going on because it was our first practice, and so we're like, over everything, and it was so sad.
I was like, ah!
It's so true. If you watch it, you can just hear like little squeals all over the place. It's just like,
Yeah, Maggie's right there.
I do that anyway, but
yeah,
so.
she does. But it was a lot more. It was like, oh my god, I love you. It was an embarrassing time because it was the first time. So the practice part isn't even like the most important part. That's the sad thing.
I mean, I don't even remember what happened in that practice, because I don't even think anything interesting happened.
No. I mean, they're usually kind of silly, but it was... What really happens is when you're waiting for autographs. Yes. See, there's no set of time afterwards, so you could be waiting for like
5 minutes.
Or an hour.
Yeah.
So we went outside to go get autographs or whatever, and everybody was standing out there.
We were like, we're never going.
Yeah, like, we weren't going to catch anybody, so... This girl walks up to us and says one of our friends' URL's name because we were, Tumblr. She goes, Unibrow? And we were like, who's recognizing us or whatever? She's like, yeah, I know you're from Tumblr. And we were like, okay. She's like, you want me to show you where blah, blah, blah car is? It was Hendrix, right? Well, show you where Hendrix's car is? And we were like, what?
Sure! Yeah.
So that's how I became friends with Lexi. Yeah. So when Lexi was taking us down, this was when, the 24/7 Flyers Rangers was being filmed. Mm-hmm. So we look over and there are just a bunch of cameras
and they're all pointed at us.
And we're like, so like Lexi, Melissa, and Arian run over and find out that it's HBO filming for 24/7 Rangers Flyers. So we waited there and I don't know how long we were standing there.
It wasn't long.
There wasn't anybody really where we were. So Dennis Weidman came out. And our friend Arian just goes, Weidman! Like, really loud. And he turns and goes, what?
Yeah, he's literally like, why is this girl in a Bruins sweatshirt talking to me?
The thing about Arian is, like, when she meets players, she just babbles. Like,
she has no filter.
She has no filter. We got pictures with Weidman and stuff, and then he, like, ran away. I remember he was, like, on the other side of the parking lot or whatever. And then Michael Neuwirth comes out. Newbie, as we also know. I have video of that, and there is a lot of squealing going. It's just like,
I'm sorry. We all love Newbie. It's bad.
This is the He's like, you're totally coming out of it, Kate.
But it was so funny because I had met Newbie before. He was the only other hockey player I've ever met. So I met Newbie, and I was like, I'll get another picture with him. And I don't know why, but it was a good picture. But Aaron comes up, and he's like, Boston Bruins, in his little mumlat little way.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
giving us a hard time about that, and he was signing pucks and stuff for us and got pictures. And then he ran off.
So next came Thomas Vokun, who was like the bane of every Caps fan's existence.
Which
Well,
is
his
kind of
time here.
unfair.
Unfair.
Unfair, because he did play really well for us. He tried his hardest, but he got hurt.
Yeah, whatever. So he comes out and like nobody knew who he was.
This bald guy.
Is that Chimera?
Oh my gosh. And so I was like, Vokun, will you take a picture with us? And he was like, oh, whatever.
Good game last night.
Whatever.
And he's very angry looking in that picture.
Oh my gosh, he hates his life. He hates his life.
It was a pretty bad one. Then came Brooks Like, who's like everyone's favorite player ever.
You don't, it's humanly impossible to hate Brooks Like, because he's perfect.
Nothing really big happened with Brooksy. Well, actually, what happened is...
As a whole mob.
Yes, he had a mob following him to his car. It's like, if you watch it, it's like watching a wild jungle. You just watch him like... Everyone's like, Brooksy, and they get closer, and he's getting further back, and they get closer, until he literally gets in his car so no one can get near him. And then they have to clear so he can back out.
Remember the girl that had the poster that was like...
That was that time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was this time. She was like, it's my birthday, all I want is the hugs from Brooks Like. And he was like, he goes up to the girl, and he's like, so I guess you want a hug? And she was like, and we're like embarrassed for this girl. We were like, why? Why? It was so funny. But Brooksy's nice, so he gave her a hug because he's a sweetheart.
Yes, and then he drove away in his truck, and I'm pretty sure Arian screamed "I love you" at him as he drove by.
I love you.
So everybody around us was like,
And then Hendrix came out.
I don't want to talk about the Hendrix encounter.
Melissa cried.
A lot.
Cry. I need a moment.
Actually, the fun part was when we were embarrassing her while she was waiting, because he was mobbed with people. He was like looking down, signing things. And then Eric just goes, "Is that girl crying?" Like really loud.
Thank you very much.
Is that girl crying?
It was the best.
We're not nice people. And then, so Lexi comes down afterwards, after Hendrix, and she I think upstairs she screamed about a player or something. She's like, ah! So she brought everyone
She
with
brought
her.
a mob with her.
And we were like...
A mob followed her down, and we were like,
So we went back upstairs. We heard that the Rangers might be practicing, so we were like, oh, we can go up and see the Rangers. We don't hate them. We like them more than the Flyers, so, you know, let's go watch them practice.
Yeah, so we went back into, there are two rinks where they practice. It's like the Caps rink and the other whatever it is. So
rink.
we went back into the Caps rink and saw Dmitry Orlov just walking his way over.
And he's my favorite, so, of course.
It was probably one of the most embarrassing moments there.
Of my life.
Okay. They got a picture with him while I was taking my picture with him.
Yes.
Arian, you talk about it, I can't say it.
Arian offered him my body. She was like, Kate, weren't you gonna ask him something? And I was like, no, Arian, stop. No. Arian, no, stop. No. And then she was like, weren't you gonna ask him something about sex? And I was like, no. And then she just was like, I forget what she said, but she offered him my body, and Dima looks over at me while Aaron's taking the picture of Dima and Roxy, and he's giving me this look, and I was just like beet red. I've never been more embarrassed in my life. So of course, you know, we run away. We were like, bye!
At that point, we just skedaddled onto the other rink because we were like, that's enough embarrassment for the rest of our life. I can't believe she said it. It wasn't even about me, and I thought I was gonna die.
I was so embarrassed. I wanted to die.
I don't know how long we had to wait, but
It wasn't long.
well, we went to the other rink. Lexi and Melissa found the HBO guys again because they were gonna film the Rangers practicing, so they went and talked to them, and Mike Rupp walked by them when they were coming back, and like Melissa said hi to him, whatever, and freaked out. And at that point, they blocked us off, so we couldn't go over there. But the Rangers players kept coming by, and this was while Sean Avery was still on the Rangers.
Yeah.
So he like skated by or was like coming out or something, and I like made a comment about how he's such a douchebag, and he turned around and looked at me, and I was like, he's gonna kill me in my sleep. Oh god. The Lundqvist moment.
Oh yeah, and then Henrik comes out, and he's like staring right at me, and I have my camera. This is my mom's beautiful, nice camera, and I'm like, I'm gonna get the best picture ever of Lundqvist because
We're gonna be so famous.
yes, yes. I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I take the picture, I look at it, and it's blurry, and I'm like, I blew it.
The moment to get one of the most attractive men in the world. Not really to me anymore. I don't think he's a... But whatever. Everyone thinks he's pretty. And we could have just ruled the internet, and she fucked it up.
I'm a sad person. And then Aaron asked him if he liked Avicii, and he ignored her.
Oh, I remember my favorite was, we were saying hi to all of them, because it was like, we were like the only people watching practice over there. So like, Artem Anisimov walks by, and I'm like, hi, and he's like, hello. In like the best little Russian accent. They were all like, whatever, they would say hi and smile, and then some of them wouldn't, like Sean Avery, but that's probably because he knew I thought he was a douchebag.
Yeah, and at that point we didn't know that you can meet them afterwards, so we didn't even try to meet them. We left early and went to...
After we, the one dude that was with us just fangirled the fuck over the Rangers. I hope TJ never watches this.
Me neither. Oh yeah, and then I said Torts was a DILF to his face.
Oh, there was one point where we're like standing up on the glass.
And they all come right to us, and we're like, hi.
Tortorella has like the little board where he's writing the plays literally right in front of us, so there's like an arc of hockey players
around us,
staring at us, like directly at us. It was like, and we were like, hey.
What's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
It was so funny. Oh my gosh.
That was a pretty eventful first trip, I think. And it was just all downhill from there.
Yeah.
That is it for episode 1 of Kettler Adventures. We will be back some other time for more of our stories.
There's a lot of them.
Yes, there's a ton of them. So, get the name straight. Learn. Alright, we're gonna go now. So, bye! Peace. I broke it. No, I didn't.